Zach.
Good afternoon, folks. This is Alamo Vaudeville coming to you live from downtown San Antonio at the Tussaud's Wax Museum of the Ripley, believe it or not. I'm your host, Zach Meacham. We have a great show for y'all, some fantastic guests, so stick around and we'll be right back. Into reality. Please welcome my first guest, Daniel Ramos.
Woo! Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
How you doing, man? Good to be on
I'm
the
doing
show.
all right. Is it Danny or Daniel?
It's Daniel and Danny because a lot of people know me as Danny and a lot of people know me as Daniel. So I say, you know what? It's Danny Ramos now.
All right, Daniel Ramos.
Solve that problem.
So I just got some questions. When did you know you wanted to become a director?
Oh, wow. It goes back where my dad was a projectionist at the Majestic Theaters and at the Alameda, at the Aztec Theater. So my dad, back in the days, he worked in the theater, and he always had a Super 8mm camera. He filmed us as we have six brothers and sisters. So he always filmed us. And he wasn't a director; he was a dad director.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got picked up from that. I love movies.
Okay.
And actually, I started wanting to be in movies. So that's how it all happened since I was a kid.
Okay, so you started acting first.
I started acting in high school.
Oh, okay.
But I was acting with my brothers and sisters as a clown, you know what I mean? But playing around and goofing around and doing little videos.
Okay.
And one thing led to another. I said, you know what? When I went to high school at Highlands, I said, you know what? I'm going to take drama. Okay. And then I can study theatrical, like all the stuff that you have here, lighting and acting. So I did all of it.
Okay.
And as a freshman all the way to senior.
Okay. And then so is there anybody who specifically like influenced you or got you into the business?
I mean, all the actors that I see on screen and on TV, they all influenced me. One movie I saw was Rocky. Everyone loves Rocky, Sylvester Stallone. So that director, his name is John G. Avildsen, was one that I looked up to. And actually, you're not going to believe this, a lot of people might not believe this, but he came into San Antonio, and I was working in the film industry already, and I went to San Antonio College and got my kind of like degree. I'm like short a degree, like a couple of points. But anyway, I studied film, and they were gonna make a film called 8 Seconds in San Antonio in the following year. So I pretty much started doing production work, and then I looked into trying to get on as a production assistant on that show, the 8 Seconds movie with Luke Perry and Stephen Baldwin, and John G. Avildsen was a director. So I said, oh my God, if I can get on this, I could be working with this Academy Award winning director.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you're not gonna believe this, oh man, I was blessed. They hired me and I was on it as a PA, and I was in the office, and then from being in the office as a PA, I ended up being his personal assistant. It was just like a dream come true.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. Like, pinch me, wake me up. No. Cut to the chase now, the Margarita Man that I just directed, he's actually one of the executive producers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Unfortunately, he passed away about a year ago. And so we're giving him memory in the film.
Okay.
And,
awesome.
But he graced us with his knowledge with other producers and the writers, Aaron Lee Lopez, David Reyes, Andrew Saldana. We were all there collaborating with John Avildsen in Los Angeles. Yeah. And here we are talking to an Academy Award winning director. So it's just a blast and an honor to have known him, worked with him, and have his name in my film.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm very sorry about that loss.
Thank you.
So, we're here in San Antonio, and, the best thing to have on the Riverwalk is a margarita. So we are actually going to have our La Margarita Man coming out.
What?
Just in a minute. We'll be right back, folks.
I better drink some more water.
And welcome back. Now, our next guests, they're two young actors in the new film La Margarita Man. Please welcome Anthony Guajardo and Sebastian De La Cruz. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Sebastian, y'all doing all right this night? All right. So I understand, Sebastian, you were on America's Got Talent?
Yes, sir, season 7.
Season 7 with the whole crew.
It was Nick Cannon, Sharon Osbourne, Howie Mandel, and Howard Stern.
Wow, that's awesome. You got 12?
12. Yeah,
Wow.
I was like in the top 12, yes, sir.
Top 12. Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
In our hearts, he got first, though.
In our hearts, we got first, always. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. And so what prior work have you done before this? I know you've done some acting before this as well.
Yeah. So let me see. I did some Walking Dead. I did Walking Dead
that's right.
in the first season.
Okay.
I played in the Vatos episode. My character's name was Miguel. When I was younger, did some shorts and stuff. Worked on Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which was really cool. That was fun.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that movie. What character were you?
So I wasn't even one of the main characters. I had auditioned for Shark Boy.
Oh, okay.
Right. It was, and I had done I think it was like a third callback for that movie, and it was down to pretty much Taylor Lautner and myself. And he could do backflips and stuff. And
It's always the backflip kids, isn't it?
it's the backflip, I know. So
Yeah.
if you can't learn how to do a backflip,
Then you're kind of...
you're golden. You're set for life.
Yeah, okay, well, hey, there you go. And so currently, y'all just did La Margarita Man?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how was that like? What was the auditioning process like? Was there a lot of people, or?
Want to start this one?
For myself, it was sort of like a call thing. I had a short audition, and then I auditioned for the part. I was lucky enough to be called back, and it was a gift from God to be able to work on this film.
Awesome. And we actually have a short clip if you want to go ahead and roll that.
I finally get to meet you face to face. Heard a lot about you, especially the parties that you host in our dormitory.
Miguel hosts the most outstanding social event on the campus.
What's wrong with him is that he makes his people think they actually belong in our world.
That's your brother. How does it feel to be related to a gold medal winner?
Gold medal? Yeah, in Beer Olympics.
Oh my gosh, so you're Miguel's sister? Shut up!
There's still an outstanding balance for student housing damages from last semester.
Wait, damages? What damages?
Our records show that Miguel installed a window slide so he could have a faster exit from his room.
That's it. I'm not paying for school anymore. What? You cut off. No, son, you need to realize that life isn't just a party. Is this your grandfather's sombrero? Orale, what's wrong with you?
I missed the mustache.
All right, so you're the main character, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and y'all two are roommates. You're kind of his nerdy roommate.
Well, I'm a boy genius.
Boy genius. Okay.
Boy genius.
Okay, and so you're college, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what college? Like, did y'all actually film out of college, or?
Oh yeah. We actually filmed at SAC, which is pretty
Oh,
cool. San
okay,
Antonio
awesome.
College.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, what was it like being on set? I know the guy with the golf club. I can't remember his name.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Or Machete.
Machete. There you go.
Yeah.
What's that like working with him?
Oh man, he was amazing. He
Really?
was just such a cool guy.
He seems really intense. Like,
I was really nervous to work with him. I was like, oh my gosh, Danny Trejo. Like I've seen him in so many movies. And
Yeah.
he was just a really chill guy.
Really?
Yeah, and I always pictured him to be like 6 feet tall or
He's
something
tall.
like that.
How tall is he?
5'4", right around that,
Like
5'5".
5'4", 5'5".
How far? Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's
Still intimidating.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I was intimidated just by the clip.
Oh, yeah.
No, I actually watched the clip earlier, and it was really funny. And so the premise is kind of like you're trying to build a business off of making margaritas for parties and stuff like that. Is that correct?
Yes. So the main character, Miguel Martinez, basically what happens is he's kind of crazy, kind of think of him as like a kind of a Ferris Bueller type or a Van Wilder type
Everybody likes
character.
a Ferris Bueller.
Oh, hell yeah, man. But basically, he had like a slide install, all this stuff. Anyway, he owes all this money back to the college for his first year there. And when he comes back, he owes a huge balance. They're going to kick him out if he doesn't pay it in time, yada, yada. So he starts the Margarita Man business, which the idea is actually from our boy Genius here. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
And and then when it kicks off, we start partying and stuff. And I don't want to give away any of the story, but
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, you know what, folks, go see Margarita Man. It is out, okay? And it's glad to have y'all on the show. Thank y'all very much for coming, all right? We'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Oh. All right, and welcome back. So like I said, please go see La Margarita Man. It is playing in Hollywood, Paramount Studios. Great film, please go check it out, all right? Now our next guest, she's a young lady trying to keep San Antonio's music scene alive with her music. Please welcome Ila Minori. Hey Ila, how you doing?
Hi,
So how was my Italian accent? Was it okay? Ish?
it's pretty good.
Pretty good? Not very good? You don't have to lie to me.
It's pretty good.
Okay. So how did you get started in music?
Well, it started just growing up as a teenager, being a music lover, and then I learned how to play guitar and sing, and then started writing songs, doing open mic, and I went from there.
You have a residency or have a residency?
Yeah, I have a residency. I have a residency currently, but that'll be ending this month actually at Sancho's every Tuesday. So if any musicians out there listening, they want to go out for our celebration. I'm just taking like a break so I can do some other things.
Awesome. And so what is the music scene like in San Antonio? I know like we're really close to Austin, music capital of the world, but in San Antonio, what's it like? Is it big, kind of competing, not really competing?
San Antonio's music scene is very creative. There's a lot of great singer-songwriters here and some cool bands. So I love it. And I've been booking shows and events with bands and singer-songwriters, and I book tours with friends.
Oh, awesome!
From other states.
Okay.
So.
And so, what are some of your favorite states that you performed in?
Well, Texas.
Oh,
of
obviously
course.
Texas, best state in the country.
Yeah, and apart from that, I had some fun shows in New York, Chicago, Detroit.
Oh wow! Okay.
Boston.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. And so do you have any inspirational kind of quotes for upcoming singer-songwriters? Anything?
Just, be yourself and be creative, sing and play with all your heart.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And so I understand you filmed the album last year, correct? Am I correct?
Oh, the music video.
Yes, music video. Yes. I'm so sorry. Yes, it was Men, right?
It'd be cool to film an album.
No, it would be. Yeah, Traveling with Ghosts on this right here.
Yes.
On this album. Okay.
Yeah, Mend.
Okay.
Correct.
Awesome. And well, that's really cool. And so, do you have like any specific favorite tracks on here, or?
Men's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many favorite tracks. Breakdown's another one.
Breakdown, okay.
I Took the Money.
Yeah, awesome. And so we actually have a clip, but we will going to take a little break and we'll be right back, okay? All right, so this album you filmed, or this the song Mend. Oh my gosh, I keep saying album.
Music video.
This Mend, yeah, the music video. We actually have a clip of that. If we want to go ahead and play that real quick.
Let go. Slow down. He's back. In town.
All right, so that was a really cool clip. It kind of got to me. What are some of the meanings behind the words in the song?
It's a very big closure.
Okay.
song.
Oh, Mend, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And so you filmed that in San Antonio and Austin?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And so when is it out? It's out, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The album's out. It's currently out. You can stream it anywhere,
Awesome.
everywhere. And the music videos. I have a few music videos on YouTube.
Okay, and they can just find you at Ela Minori?
I love elaminori.com.
I love elaminori.com. Awesome.
Yes.
And so you're going to be on Alamo Vaudeville this year?
Yes, I'm so excited.
You excited?
Yeah.
Awesome. And how did you actually meet Ronnie?
Ronnie contacted me through Facebook, actually.
Through Facebook? Okay.
And said, I saw your photo that you had and loved it. Something about your photo. And I was like, I thought it was like, I didn't think it was a real thing. Like, I thought he was messing around with me or something. But I got to meet him and talk to him about the show. And
Awesome. Well, it's going to be at the Tobin Center December 21st. So please buy your tickets. Come out and see Ela as she sings Our Hearts Away. All right. And we'll be right back. And welcome back, folks. Now, if you have an event coming up and you don't want to buy an expensive suit, run down to Rex's Formal Wear and rent to feel expensive. And speaking of expensive, our next guest, he's an actor, producer, one-man show. He's a great guy. Please welcome Derek Berlin.
Thank you. Here.
Absolutely, and Brian. Sorry, I'm in the way here. Hey, Brian, nice to meet you.
How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing great. So, Derek, you started singing, correct?
Yes.
And then you started acting?
Yes.
Okay, and so what was it like growing up, like acting in one-man shows, or?
Well, growing up, from the birth canal, I was singing.
Okay, awesome.
And so, growing up, you enter anything you can sing into.
Yeah.
All the little school pageants, and of course, then when I went on into college, that was my major theater, and we went to Trinity, a great acting department there, and then I continued on.
Oh, wow.
And so, I've been doing this for, I don't even want to give the number out because it'll date me.
I'm pretty sure it was like 10 years ago, right?
Yes, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
as long as I have. That's exactly right. And then Brian Brown, my producer here, does all of the music for all of my shows.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant writer. And I went to him when we did Dorian Gray, which was the picture of Dorian Gray. I adapted the book. wrote the entire script, and I wrote a small melody out, and I gave it to Brian, and I said, you know, do something with this. And of course, I asked the impossible of him always. I said, I want a Victorian sound with a dance beat. Well,
which is obviously super easy to do.
Oh, yeah,
Completely different music styles.
Of course, it's so easy to do.
It makes sense up here. That's really what matters.
To me,
absolutely.
And Brian is a prodigy when it comes to music. So he produced this beautiful song for me, and the play became a massive success. And we won everything at the ATEC Awards that year, which is a very rarity. You know, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So he's produced a lot of my other shows too. Okay. I'm not the only actor he produces in San Antonio, but you know, hopefully I'm the main one, right? Yeah, you better say that.
The longest running, yeah.
The longest running.
He gave you the script, right?
That's right.
You read it?
So I wrote the play on an evening with Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh wow.
And so of course, naturally, I went to Brian and said, do all of my scoring for it. So we just found out a month ago that we were up for another ATEC award.
Awesome.
Our show was nominated. So we don't know exactly what we have won. We just know that the show has been nominated. And that happens on the 20th. Which is next Sunday.
Yeah, and here in San Antonio?
Yes, sir, at the Empire Theater.
Empire Theater, awesome. And where is that for folks who don't?
Connected to the Majestic Theater.
Okay.
So if you already know how to get there, it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of food, a lot of drinks, and just good times. You get to see actors nerd out together.
That's right.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's always fun, right? Especially Star Wars.
Yes.
And so we actually have a clip, but we are going to go on a short break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. So like I teased before, we do have a clip of the Edgar Allan Poe. If we want to go ahead and play that real quick.
Perhaps. But there is nothing, oh yes, nothing more sacred in life than that of a pure, poor soul losing its way into a dark abyss of darkness. Now, whether each of you wishes to admit it or not, when you yourselves are placed in that threshold of that blackened room, it'll be that of your curiosity which will lead you into the abyss, and when you're there, it will be only there that you will come face to face with your own reverent dreams of horror.
Now, you said you're 20 pounds heavier in that one. Well, I got to say, you look great now.
Yes.
So
I gain weight and lose weight for shows which my doctor has a fit over. You know, I need to really kind of set that up a little bit. That is based, the whole play is based around purgatory. So
really?
The audience, we read The Raven in the beginning, and which is underlined with his music. And you hear a clanking at the door, and it's a haunting. So the audience turns into his judges, and he lives his life and tells about his life over and over again, and confesses his sins, all from purgatory. Actually, it's a pretty calm clip, because the rest of the show is so intense.
He's a very intense poet, right? I mean,
he was bipolar. He suffered from mental disease.
Oh, wow. Okay.
God bless him. And he had abandonment issues. He was just a really lost soul.
Yes.
Brilliant that he was. His IQ was over 200.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So playing that role for me was, as I told you, I did not work out like I normally do before I enter into a production. And it was a big mistake on my part. I put myself in bed for a full month after this show.
Well, next time get in better shape.
That's
all right.
I know better now. You know?
Yes, sir. And so, going forward, I know this year you're going to be in Alamo Vaudeville,
yes,
and you'll
very excited
do
about
your
that.
own music, correct? Like, there's no like all original stuff for the
Everything is
show.
original.
Right.
Yes,
It's built from the ground up, and we're already starting on a concept for the track. Just had to try to get through it. It's going to be fun.
We actually go
See
into
the
a
pants.
studio and we start building. and it's very exciting. And sometimes we will do the theme from a past show that I've done.
Okay.
This time we're working on an album, and it's going to be like a Las Vegas show.
Oh, wow,
In
okay.
about 2 years. So it takes us about a year to really get into the studio and to do everything we really need to do.
All right.
And I love to let him just loose on a concept because I know I'm going to come up with something great.
Yeah. Is it Victorian meets dance music again? Or?
Actually, this is a cover song from the Supremes.
Oh, wow.
We're redoing a Supremes song.
Haven't heard of them in a while. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really totally new sound.
Yeah.
So
it's trying to take it into the future, so
Yeah.
it gives me a lot of time to have fun with a lot of different soundscapes and really get to play with the harmony. Although I still have to stick with like the main structure of the song. I've done this with other projects like the Nutcracker Suite and others.
Okay,
So,
so no lasers or anything? Futuristic lasers, no?
It's hard to make that come out of the speaker.
Okay, I get it, I get you. And well, folks, please come down to the Tobin Center and see Derek, December 21st. All right, and we'll be right back. So I'd like to give a big thanks to our guests for coming. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I love the support. Please come and buy tickets to see Alamo Vaudeville December 21st, 2019 at the Tobin Center. You can get them on tobincenter.org or San Antonio, but please come out. Tickets will be sold very fast, so don't miss them, all right? And please stay tuned for our next episode next week, October 20th. Lastly, I'd like to thank Rex's again for letting me wear this suit. I like it. I like the floral and everything. So thank you again for watching. Good night, San Antonio.